You know how kids sometimes grab a fistful of sand at the beach and squeeze it so tightly, almost all the grains slip out between their fingers? That's you clinging to your little me story. The harder you grip my problems, my goals, my fears, my struggles, the more life slips right through your grasp. But the second you open your palm, the sand rests there peacefully. That's letting go. That's freedom. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Because look, reality doesn't give a shit about your expectations. Nature isn't asking your opinion when the tide comes in. The tree doesn't apply for permission to grow sideways when the wind bends it. The clouds don't submit a fucking schedule for when they'll rain. Everything is already in harmony without you micromanaging it. The only thing out of sync is the ego's fantasy that it knows better. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop trying to bend life into your little plan, life bends to hold you. Imagine a fish swimming around in the ocean, whining, "Where's the water? Where's the water? I need water to be happy." That's the human condition. You're soaked in perfection, floating in oneness, surrounded by everything you need, and yet you're screaming for something that was never missing. Now what happens when the fish relaxes? It realizes, holy shit, I was already home. Let's go microscopic. Inside your body, trillions of cells are working their asses off, perfectly balanced, exchanging nutrients, firing neurons, pumping blood. You're not running the system. You're not sitting there saying, "Okay, liver, detox that burrito. Heart beats 72 times per minute. Lungs inhale now." It's just happening. Perfection, automatic, trustworthy. But your mind, the little story machine, starts screaming. But what about rent? What if she doesn't text me back? What if I fail? You identify with that noise and boom, you miss the symphony happening inside you right now. So zoom out. Galaxies swirl. Stars explode. Planets orbit. Seasons change. Species evolve. Do you see them panicking about whether they're enough? Fuck no. They're too busy being exactly what they are. The cosmos isn't broken. It's not waiting for you to fix it with your to-do lists. It's already perfection expressing itself. And so are you. Your brain is a prediction machine. It constantly compares reality to your expectations. When reality doesn't match fantasy, bam, suffering. That's it. That's why you're miserable. Not because life is cruel, but because the ego's map doesn't fit the territory. Psychology says your default mode network, the brain circuit tied to me, myself, my story, it lights up when you ruminate. Meditation quiets it. Psychedelics dissolve it. Both reveal the same thing. No self, pure awareness, everything already whole. Physics says particles aren't really particles, just probabilities dancing. There are no things, only relationships, only wholeness. You're the universe happening to itself, not a separate little meat puppet. If you cling, you choke. If you release, you breathe. If you insist on controlling life, life bitch slaps you with chaos until you surrender. If you trust the current carries you downstream, that's karma in plain English. Hold your identity too tightly, you break under its weight. Drop the act suddenly. You're free to play any role. Problems, they're just badly wrapped gifts. You're cursing the package instead of opening it. Goals, fine, chase them. But realize, chasing a carrot works only because the donkey never catches it. You always want more until you step off the treadmill and notice the field of grass already under your feet. Fear of letting go. It's like a prisoner terrified of leaving the cell. Because what if I can't handle freedom? When you laugh at a stupid meme, you're letting go. No self-story, just joy. When you fall asleep, you surrender control. You don't force dreams, they arise. When you dance, you don't calculate every move. Your body just flows. When you orgasm, you're not managing the moment. You're dissolving into it. You already do this. You just don't notice. Follow this path. Let go. Trust the higher order and watch what happens. Stress drops, health improves, relationships ease, creativity flows. Synchronicity pops like fireworks. You laugh more, you play more. You start living instead of constantly auditioning for some role that you were never meant to play. Ignore this path, cling harder, fight life, resist what is, and watch. Anxiety spikes, depression deepens, health declines, you burn out, bitter, resentful, muttering. Life isn't fair. But life was never unfair. You were unfair to yourself by demanding that it match your script. Confusion is the crack in the shell where light gets in. When your brain can't cling to certainty, it becomes suggestible. That's why paradoxes break open awareness. One is nothing happening. Your logical mind glitches, and in that glitch, truth seeps in. The old identity, I'm a struggling individual fighting reality. The new identity, I'm reality itself, playing hide and seek with myself. Which one feels lighter? Which one gives you power? Reality is already perfect. The only thing imperfect is your commentary on it. You're the ocean pretending to be a drop. You're the sky pretending to be a cloud. Your wholeness pretending to be broken. So here it is. Stop gripping. Stop whining. Let go. Trust the flow. Laugh at the cosmic joke. Live the freedom you already are. Because when you let go of trying to be someone, you realize the truth. There was never a someone to let go of. There was just this. This. Perfect. Already.